Alrighty, we are back here at the TorCraft Cup, live from Enthusiast Gaming Live.
Yep.
They say it right there so that you know that it's live. This is not pre-recorded. Everyone's doing their own stunts. And we've got a good LAN going on here, a good convention going on here, a good fighting game community going on here. And we are going to be getting into NoRegreT versus Believe.
Indeed, we are. And this should be a very good match.
Yes.
We have gotten to see Believe and NoRegreT so far today already.
Yeah.
But Believe versus NoRegreT, it's a very interesting match, not because of the way they play,
Yes.
but because of what they say in chat. And I'm hoping we can get a lot of that.
Exactly. They're the only two that really smack talk to the level that I want. Good luck, have fun, easy gret.
Yep.
Yo.
And who do we got here over on the bottom of Cactus Valley?
Oh, we have representing Team Ascension Pro, same as BioIce. It is NoRegreT.
And over on the bottom left, we have our green Protoss player representing Team Extreme Supremacy. It is Believe.
Easy leave. Nice. I think easy leave is better.
Yeah.
Believe is known for as soon as he's literally the second he's knocked out of a tournament,
he's gone.
He's out the door. He's
he
gone.
Like disappears.
Yeah.
Even if you wanted to pay him his prize money, you would not be able to give him the
email it
check.
to him later. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. And though it looks like we've got another new map here, Cactus Valley, and it's an all right map, though it is one of the few 4-player maps we've had in a while. And, of course, some players that can succumb to scouting the wrong way.
Yeah.
NoRegreT, though, he is a Zerg. He'll be using his second Overlord to go due west, while the first one goes north. So, eventually, he'll reach his opponent's base.
Yeah, and Believe, again, scouting.
Yeah.
At all. So, that's good. This is a new addition to his play.
I'd say it's doing him well.
Yeah.
And, honestly, especially now that Masa's gone, he wants to cement that he is best in Toronto.
That's what
minus
he would want.
Masa and Huck. 25 teams for CSGO. Wow.
Nice.
I knew there was more than 20, but that's quite
Definitely
a few.
a live game, yeah.
So alive, indeed. NoRegreT actually going to be going hatch before pool here. A little bit interesting.
Could do that with Henderlisk and those guys, yeah.
And Forge going to be going down for Believe as well as a second Nexus. So both these players, they're going to be playing a bit economically. Really economically.
Quite.
That's,
Get that down at basically the 309 mark.
Don't know if I've ever seen NoRegreT go for a 3-hatch.
Yo, you're greedy. That's an early scout. Are you okay? That is a good question.
No, he is not okay, unfortunately.
It is basically, the earliest scout Believe has ever done. Everyone knows that he doesn't scout.
Yeah.
The Overlord is going to find this pylon, but he doesn't have there's nothing he can do about it yet. The pool just started.
There is, unless he pulled a few drones,
like he'd need more than that.
Do anything. Don't cannon rush that, he says, but unfortunately, that's what he's going to get.
I thought for a second he was going to get it. I'd be like, all right.
Well, 2 cannons going to be going down on the third.
Yeah, he'll go try and block the other one so that he just can't bounce over.
Yeah. And Probe going to be heading in towards the main. The natural is now done. But again, as you said, that pool is extremely late for what NoRegreT tends to do. So, with the pool not done and drones being your only option, that doesn't quite work versus cannons all the way on halfway across the map.
Yeah, now the timing, was he going to let that finish? No. I was to say, he cut that close, but will bounce off, and this is what I would have expected. Go to the fourth. Often you'll get the Protoss going blocked out with the pylon or something.
Yeah.
Just so that this isn't as easy, but it's still obviously a big inconvenience to have to do this, particularly when you put that down at 3 minutes. You really wanted it early, and now you have to remake it at 5, and everything else is late.
Yeah, and again, you don't have a pool. If Believe wanted to go and attack with a handful of gateway units, you could probably do pretty well there.
Should have made the cannon. I guess that is really key too. There's a very precise when you make it so that they have to decide whether they're canceling or not before you let your cannon finish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Oh well, he does still have these cannons here, and of course these cannons can reach rather far.
Yeah.
And this will force NoRegreT to have to put in specific waypoints. Yes. From what I believe, I haven't gotten to play on Cactus Valley too much as a Zerg player, at least, so I'm not quite too sure. I know roaches, because they're a lot larger, it's very easy for them in larger numbers to end up getting in range of that. But speaking of roaches, we got a roach warren on the way.
Yeah, they're coming down along with one Evo. Speed is almost done there, but not a large army out of Lings.
Not at all. And right now, Lair going to be on the way here for our Zerg player. Warp Gate is only just starting at 7 minutes. That is actually terrible for Believe.
That's a bit late.
That's not what you want as a
it's almost
player.
as if he forgot it because this mothership core has been out.
Yeah.
So that should be at least that long.
And he did get a sentry, but even then, that's...
Yeah.
You don't need that much gas for Warp Gate compared to a sentry, and I would have imagined you would prioritize having much faster reproduction capabilities.
Mm-hmm. It's all about the reproduction.
And right now, looks like the third base for NoRegreT. It's stabilized. It's going to be going
up and healthy
without problems, indeed. And definitely a lot quieter of a game.
Yeah, he's going for the +1 range there, obviously, with the roaches.
Yeah. And right now, let's see. How many roaches do you think we're going to be getting?
80.
80?
By the end of the game, there will be 80. Not like right now. Now
well, I'm saying right now.
Now there's going to be 8. Or 20. I don't know.
Well, he's going partway there to what you estimated.
Does the fly block him? Nope. Oh, won't get done.
Just barely.
Like
and
literally at the exact same time. That number didn't change.
Yeah.
All right.
And Overlords were already on the way, and it looks that's going to be useful. Another Overlord looking to go down. This one should supply box him for about a good 30 seconds. Or less than 30 seconds, I think.
And I believe moving out to take the third base here. Getting some gateways down, the cannon already up.
And probes already getting transferred over. This Nexus, though, is still not quite finished. And
he tends to do this, the long distance mining as opposed to leaving a base oversaturated.
Yeah. And looks like Rock's going to get taken down. Definitely a much smarter choice, as I was saying.
Yeah.
Those roaches can very easily...
run through the cannon. Yeah.
Yep. And this also gives them a rather direct entry in towards the third and the ability to skip in towards the natural. Normally, these sentries, they're very much positioned that this would be the entry pathway.
Yeah.
But
it's not in this case. And when you do that, you should really kind of try and have a spotter, obviously, at those rocks. But he will see it now, realize that he's out of position fairly badly.
And a lot of force fields going to come down, but unfortunately, Believe is on the lower end of that ramp. A lot of roaches still remaining. The forge going to go down. The upgrade was not canceled. And right now, it looks like it's just a lot of sentries. Sure, you can throw them in the force fields, and all he'll be able to do is push away NoRegreT for a little bit longer. Was able to warp in a handful more stalkers, and that will push away NoRegreT for now, but he's got reinforcements on the way, and there's only a single cannon down here at the third.
And he's going to force it by coming in the other direction here. Take what he can. This time, Photon Overcharge can go off.
And looks like he's just going to regroup. For now, he's trying to find an entry pathway in, but Believe's doing a much better job at making sure he can't get in.
Yep, does scout up there to see if it is in fact coming. There are still a lot of force fields available. The Guardian Shield going off there too. And the Stalkers are a lot better now with Blink, but he is going to just break through the wall.
And the force field's actually working against Believe there, forcing him to have to wait even longer. Robotics facility is going to go down, and right now there are a lot of roaches in his base. The Stalkers are trying to get a nice concave. The sentries with not enough energy to do too much right now. A couple of roaches are going to be trying to come in from behind, but it's not going to be enough. A lot of Stalkers have been warped in recently, and NoRegreT will have to pull back for now. And meanwhile, you know, these two cannons are still here. Eventually, he's got to get rid of them so he can throw down a fourth
Also,
base.
more important than the cannons, the pylon is still there. If he goes and attacks from that location, he's going to have a nice defensible spot to do it. And right now, we've got Believe up like 20-something supply against a Zerg.
Indeed.
And on even fully functional bases.
Yeah, NoRegreT, he's not been able to get up to that fourth base count that he needs. Will deny creep spread out at the front and should be able to get a couple more tumors. Oh, we'll actually get that one as well as that one. But right now, I feel like if NoRegreT can just get up a lot of roaches here.
Yep.
Oh, actually, never mind. He's doing exactly what I was about to say. Go for a counterattack. As roaches, they're very strong versus the buildings. And he even has some Zerglings here as well. Going to be able to get right in on that cannon. The probes are all trying to get pulled. Believes are being pulled all the way back. But those Zerglings are going to be able to get quite a few probe kills. 13 so far in this game. And this is still so many roaches. The wall is very tiny, however. So not too many are going to be able to move at once. And a blink back, force field will go down. But not too many roaches going to get caught in them.
Yeah, nice force field there again to keep him out. And we'll blink right on top of him. Going for speed over efficiency there, as a lot of these stalkers are subsequently killed. But he will be able to clean this all up again as he chases down the remaining roaches.
Yep. And more stalkers going to be blinking forward. The remaining roaches will go down. And yet again, we've come to that point. NoRegreT.
Yeah.
He's fallen ever so much farther in supply.
Yeah.
And it's not even all an army. It's a 20 worker supply difference here as well. And Believe, you know, sure, you've only got stalkers and sentries.
Yep.
But
as long as he's only got roaches, that's fine.
And he is behind in upgrades a bit, so that it has been making the fights a bit closer. But
yeah, it's the blink that will turn it in his favor.
Yeah.
But if he's attacked on both sides, or if he keeps having to respond to this, that was a misfire, completely.
Yeah.
Or maybe he meant to just bring the mothership core back while he goes and attacks. So
I guess
that may have been intentional, as he is just going to continue on.
And it looks like this third base is going to be under quite a bit of fire.
Yeah, and he's taking care of this just with the reinforcements.
Yeah. And meanwhile, that third base, it's going to go down. The roaches of NoRegreT are going to keep on pushing forward, though. And let's take a look. 42 workers killed in total this game. And it looks like some roach reinforcements are going to be trying to push back this army. The drone's going to get caught. So many force fields going down almost instantly. Going to be able to catch a lot of those drones. The roaches will be able to fight from the ramp. More and more force fields trying to go down. Believe it should be able to push NoRegreT back for now. But if he can keep, if his stalkers keep ending up singled out, then it's going to be a bit difficult. But Believe, again, still up in supply right now.
Yeah, and he's just shut down so much of NoRegret's production. There is a macro hatch in the main, but the loss of that hatchery is huge on the income, huge on the drone count, and obviously is going to limit what he can pump out. When you're relying on these cheap mass units, you need that larva.
Yeah. And it looks like right now, Roach is going to try to go for yet another counterattack, but Believe he knows the pattern by now.
Yeah.
As soon as he loses an engagement at his own base, he'll go towards the third base of Believe.
The other beauty part of these cannons, they provide detection for the creep tumors. Supply block on both sides a little bit.
Yeah. And we're going to be getting those roaches heading up north and coming down west. Oh, actually, never mind. They tried to head back towards the base. A lot of these going to go down for free. And that is not what you want in NoRegret's position right now. You're 40 supply down. You can't have that.
No. Well, he's a little lucky that Believe wasn't looking at the right time, because all of those could have been force fielded off.
Yep. And actually, a couple of Zerglings going to be getting up into the main, but Zealot's going to get warped in to try and deal with them. And I don't know. He's been doing a lot of these economic pokes, but...
Yeah, he's got him down to 40 probes. He was at 60 a bit earlier. So both economies on somewhat even footing, although the lack of the third being built by NoRegreT is a bit of an issue.
Yeah. And right now, it looks like the Zerglings are going to be coming on back. I believe he's going for yet another push.
Yeah.
The third base is not even back up yet, but...
Yeah, he can actually just do this uncontested by cutting this entire thing off and just not letting them attack you. But it looks like NoRegreT is going to opt for more of a base race type situation. Actually, he's not going to finish off that Nexus.
I don't know if that's the right choice.
I'm not sure about this.
And besides, now that a lot of these roaches are outside, you've got to do something with them. He will be able to get in. Force fields are going down, but meanwhile, the natural of NoRegreT is going to be coming under heavy fire. The hatchery will go down. The drones will not be able to leave. Another force field will go down, trapping all of them. And this is just so many stalkers here. NoRegreT highly supply blocked. He's trying to make do with whatever he can, but it's looking very tough for him, though he has been bringing down the supply quite a bit.
Well, he did recall his army back, or at least most of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, this will probably be the end of NoRegreT here. He's abandoned his bases to do this, and he doesn't have the army to continue the push.
Yeah, and now you're on one base. It's already very close to mining out. A lot of these roaches getting stuck in GG from NoRegreT. I'd have to say that's one of the cleanest games we've had from between these two.
It is. It was one of the more normal ones.
Yeah,
for sure. Good counterattacking throughout by NoRegreT. Obviously frustrated Believe a lot in that game, but Believe ultimately pulling it through.
Yep. And you know what? I guess well done to Believe. Actually, of recently, Believe's had quite the winning record against NoRegreT.
Yeah.
It's about 5-18 now, I think.
Oh yeah.
In favor of Believe.
Yeah.
So.
That gives you a sense of how often they play.
Yeah.
Very few StarCraft 2 players have like a tournament 5-18.
Yeah.
Like 23 games played against each other.
Yeah. But I guess we're going to be going to a quick break.
Yep.
But we'll be returning very quickly with our next match, which is going to be Zero versus Samuel. So be sure to stay tuned.